Dear students, welcome to the session 3 of Unit 4 Statistical Quality Control. In this session, we will study about variable control charts. Example, let's see the application of variable control charts. To decide whether the quality of the product is within control or not, we use variable control chart, and to find out assignable causes of variation for the process and the machines. If any defect is detected, then to remove it and to maintain the quality of the product. Variable control charts are used to decide which process is economical from the available processes, and to determine the cost of inspection, to decide proper method of inspection and to control the quality, to determine the process capability. It is applied where the variations in the measurable characteristic, in the property of material, bad conditions of machines, defective jigs and fixtures alignments, temperature changes, carelessness or unskilled operator exist. વેરિયેબલ કંટ્રોલ ચાર્ટના ઉપયોગો આ પ્રમાણે છે. ઉત્પાદનની ગુણવત્તા નિયંત્રણમાં છે કે નહીં તે નક્કી કરવા માટે, પ્રક્રિયા અને મશીનમાં વિવિધતાના કારણો શોધવા માટે, જો કોઈ ખામી મળી આવે તો ઉત્પાદનોની ગુણવત્તા જાળવવા માટે, તેને દૂર કરવા માટે, ઉપલબ્ધ પ્રક્રિયાઓમાંથી કઈ પ્રક્રિયા આર્થિક રીતે સારી છે તે નક્કી કરવા માટે, નિરીક્ષણની કિંમત નક્કી કરવા માટે, ગુણવત્તા નિયંત્રણ કરવા માટે અને નિરીક્ષણની યોગ્ય પદ્ધતિ નક્કી કરવા માટે, પ્રક્રિયા ક્ષમતા નક્કી કરવા માટે. તે એવી જગ્યાએ લાગુ પડે છે કે જ્યાં માપી શકાય તેવી લાક્ષણિકતાઓમાં આવતી વિવિધતા, સામગ્રીના ગુણધર્મોમાં મશીનની ખરાબ પરિસ્થિતિ, ખામીયુક્ત જીગ્સ અને ફિક્સરની ગોઠવણી, તાપમાનમાં ફેરફાર, ઓપરેટરની બેદરકારી અથવા અકુશળ ઓપરેટરો अस्तित्व धरावता होय. Let's see one illustration for drawing the X bar R chart. 10 random samples were taken from the pin produced on the lathe machine. The diameters are measured as under. Draw control chart and give opinion regarding process is under control or not. So we have total 10 samples in this column and we have the data of the pins in this table. So let's arrange the data and find the average, maximum and minimum value of the sample number 1 and the range. So the average for sample number 1, for example, is can be given as adding the 4 values, that is 14.98 divided by 4. So we are adding all the values in this row and dividing it by 4 because there are 4 samples in the sample number 1. So we get the average. Here we have found the range, and range can be found out by difference of maximum value and minimum value. So here the maximum is 15.1 and minimum is 14.8. So difference is 0.3. Likewise, so for all the 10 samples we are getting the X bar and range. So here we have added all the average value. Here we have added all the range value, that is sum of R and sum of X bar. So dividing the sum of X bar by 10 we get the X double bar, and dividing the sum of R by 10 we get R bar. So our sample size, subgroup size is 4. So we take the statistical constant value for calculating the upper limit and lower limit for X bar and R from this table. So this is the standard table to find out the constant for the given subgroup size. In red it is our subgroup size is 4. In our case the subgroup size is 4 because we have taken 4 readings in sample number 1 and up to sample number 10. So now the formula for calculating the upper control limit, central and lower control limit for X bar and R chart, and from the statistical table we have written down the constant value for subgroup size 4. A2 is equal to 0.729, D3 is equal to 0, capital D4 is equal to 2.282 and small d2 is 2.059. Here we have this value, same written over here. So formula for upper control limit for x bar is equal to x double bar plus a2 into r bar. So we have put the value of x double bar 15.1075 plus a2 is 0.729 and r bar is 0.87. So we get upper control limit for x bar 15.741 and center line is equal to sum of x bar by n, total number of sample taken, that is 10. So sum of x bar is 151.075. Here we have sum of x bar. So we get the center line 15.107 and lower control limit is equal to x double bar minus a2 into r bar. So we get the lower control limit 14.473. Now let us see the formula for calculating the lower control limit and upper control limit for r, that is range. So LCL for r is equal to d3 into r bar. So d3 is 0 and r bar is 0.87 that we have calculated. So we get 0. Lower control limit, center line is sigma of r by n. So sigma of r is 8.7 divided by n, that is 0.87, and lower control limit r is equal to d4 by lower control limit for r is equal to d4 into r bar, that is d4 2.282 multiplied by 0.87, we get 1.985. And if we want to calculate the process capability, the formula for process capability is equal to 6 into sigma. Here the value of sigma is r bar by d2. So 6 multiplied by 0.87 divided by d2 is 2.059. So we get process capability is equal to 2.535. If we draw the chart x bar and r chart, the upper chart is for x bar and lower chart is for range. So we have taken 10 sample in x-axis and we have taken the value of the average value in the y-axis. So upper control limit we have calculated, x double bar is the center line and lower control limit is this red line is the lower control limit. In the same way, the green line is the center line for r bar. Here above the red line, here above the center line, the red line is for upper control limit of r bar and the lower control limit for the range. So lower control limit is 0 and we have marked all the range value here. So we can say in both the chart all the readings are within the control limits. So we can say the process of making the pins are under control, is under control. If any reading in any of this chart goes beyond the upper control or lower control limit line, then we can say in case any point goes beyond this upper limit and lower limit line from any of this chart, x bar or r chart, we can say the process is not under control. But in this case we can say all the points within the control limits, so the process is under control. Let's see an example calculating upper control limit and lower control limit for the given x double bar and r bar value, and for subgroup size we have noted the value of a2, d4, d3 and small d2 as under this table, and we have to calculate the upper control limits and lower control limits for x bar and r. So just we put the values in the formula of upper control limit and lower control limit for x bar and r. So we know that upper control limit for x bar is equal to x double bar plus a2 into r bar. Lower control limit for x bar is equal to x double bar minus a2 into r bar. Upper control limit for r bar is equal to d4 into r bar, and lower control limit for r is equal to d3 into r bar. And if we want to find out the process capability, then it is 6 multiplied by r bar upon d2. So putting the value of x double bar 20.097, r bar is equal to 0.57 in this equation, we will get the upper control limit for r bar and lower control limit for, so we get the upper control limit for x bar and lower control limit for x bar. In the same way the upper limit and lower limit for R. So that's all in this session. Have a nice day.